There's one story that will sort of illustrate how unusual the intelligence field is in the United States, and maybe around the world, I don't know, but certainly not in the United States. I'm often contacted by agencies who want to appear in my books because they feel like it helps them, helps their image and all that. And I got a call one time from an intelligence agency, and they said, you know, we read your books, we like them a lot, would you like to come up to our world headquarters and sort of see what we do? So I said, great. So they sent a car down, and I went up to this world headquarters building, very top secret. And when you go into buildings like this, they give you an RF badge, a radio frequency badge. And that badge is loaded with your security clearances. So when you go into the building, it emits wireless signal out to all the recorders they have in the building and lets those recorders know what kind of security clearances you have. So if you don't have a certain clearance for a certain room, then some safeguards happen. I had no security clearances at all. I'm just a writer. I don't work for any agency. So I went in to a room, and every room I went into, all the alarms went off, and all the computer screens go instantly black, so you can't see any of the screens. And all that came off of the wireless signal coming from my RF badge. It basically said, this guy has no security clearances. Watch out, he might see something. Well, they showed me throughout their agency, and they do a lot of cool stuff. You know, they're sort of the eyes of American intelligence. And after the tour, we went to this big conference room. We all sat down. And there were like 12 people around the room, 12 very serious people. And I was still wondering why they asked me to come up. So the head honcho guy said, Mr. Baldacci, have you ever seen a movie called Enemy of the State? And I thought about it for a second. And I said, yeah, the one with Will Smith and Gene Hackman, the satellites that were following people, was I said it was a really cool thriller. And the head guy said, no, it wasn't. And I kind of looked at him, and I was very much intimidated. I said, you're right. It kind of sucked. And I said, well, why wasn't it a good thriller? He said, well, in Hollywood, in its infinite wisdom, they said that the satellite agency that was doing all this cool, evil stuff was the NSA, National Security Agency, when in fact it was my agency. NSA are the ears of American intelligence. They listen in on people's conversations. We're the eyes of American intelligence. We were the evil agency in that movie. We got no credit for it at all, and we're really upset about it. So we want you to write about us in a book to sort of set the record straight that we do evil a lot better than the National Security Agency does evil. So the whole time I'm listening to this, I'm thinking, I'm paying taxes for this? This is like way beyond too weird for me. And I said, well, why do you want to be known as kind of the evil agency? And he said, well, it's good for recruitment. Because right now the CIA and the NSA, they're the ones in all the TV shows and the movies and the college graduates, the best and the brightest. They think, oh, those are the great agencies, we're going to go with them. Nobody thinks about coming to us because they don't know anything about us. So we want you to write about us so we'll get into the popular culture, people will know we're really cool, we can do evil really well, and we'll get the best and the brightest at our agency too. So I left that building just shaking my head and thinking, you know, this is, if I ever wrote about this in a book, no one would believe it. They'd think it was just the craziest thing, but it was absolutely true.